somebody is out to get him. This is what you might call one giant, smear campaign. They do not want Pete Hegseth in this seat, really and truly, because the latest and greatest is about a, quote, makeup story. It was like the made-up makeup story. Now, there may have been some kernel of truth in there somewhere. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. You know what? We wear makeup on TV. Pete was a professional broadcaster on Fox News. He was used to having his makeup done. I was always like, this is not fair. I'd get in the chair. I remember once being in DC, and Tucker was on at the same time as me, so we had a nice chat, but like his makeup was done in like 30 seconds. Me, on the other hand, wow, I'm in there a good hour, right? Hair and makeup. And that was double teaming me, right? We had both hair and makeup at the same time. I'm still there for an hour. So the guys have it easy, but the guys still have to wear makeup, okay? Like, that's just the reality of the business. You got a lot of hot lights on you. If you don't wear makeup, well, you're not going to look that great. I mean, think about Nixon and Kennedy, right? You know that story. Everybody who heard it on the radio thought that Nixon won the debate. People who watched it on TV said Kennedy won. And you know what? It all came down to makeup. So it is what it is, right? This is the business. Anyway, Pete apparently had moved forward on some kind of process to put in a room. There was a room next door called the Green Room nearby where they do their television appearances for the Pentagon. And apparently he wanted to have it spiffed up a little bit. And that somehow was misinterpreted into Pete Hegseth wanting a makeup room. All right. So then, the CBS News goes wild on the story. He says it's totally fake, but let me get you the CBS headline. Yep. Hegseth orders makeup studio installed at the Pentagon. And apparently the first version of this makeup studio was going to run something like $40K. And then they whittled it down. And at some point in the article, and this was like the killer one. Okay. Let me just say, this is all getting misinterpreted. Trust me. And people are freaking out. But let me just say, you're a guy in television. I'm sorry you wear makeup too. I realize that, maybe some of the Marines won't love this one. But this was the quote, okay, in the article. This was the quote where it's like all done for. Defense Secretary Hegseth is doing his own makeup ahead of television appearances, not paying a makeup person. It's like, okay, well, now we know Pete wears makeup. Yeah. Okay, again, he has to. Bright cameras. Trump wears makeup too, all right? Everybody's wearing makeup, so everybody should just get over it. But apparently, the suggestion for improving the quote-unquote green room space where you are in the holding room before you go and do a television appearance at the Pentagon, the suggestion to improve it came from someone named Tammy Rodabaugh. And Tammy is the deputy assistant to the Secretary for Strategic Engagement and a former producer for Fox News and for CBS News. So I guess Tammy's like the booker, okay? That's what we just call her. She's his booker. You want to get Pete on, you go through Tammy. And so Tammy's looking at this space, Fox News producer and former CBS News producer that she is, and she's like, okay, well, we need a makeup room, right? We need like a normal facility here. Again, she's a TV news producer. That's what they're going to think. Although I don't think they have makeup at CBS News, in all seriousness. Now, I did my own makeup at CBS News, and that was my prerogative because they may have had one makeup artist for the main anchor, but that was it. And so she's like, we need a makeup room. So this was apparently her idea. The chief Pentagon spokesperson, Sean Parnell, and the defense secretary's wife, Jennifer Hegseth, by the way, she was also a Fox News producer. That's how they met, expressed their approval for the upgrade before it was undertaken, one of the sources told CBS News. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe Tammy might be the leak. Tammy probably just was like, yeah, we're putting a makeup room over at the Pentagon. I mean, she's the booker, she's the producer, whatever. She doesn't think anything abnormal about it. And someone over at CBS hears the story and they're like, ka-ching, this is great. We're going to go after Pete this way because it will make him look like, what a loser. He's just obsessed with his appearance. He's a guy. He's running the Pentagon, but he needs a makeup studio. So that's probably how that all went down. Likely Tammy said something to a friend that probably still works at CBS, and somehow the next thing you know, you get a giant headline: Hegseth orders makeup studio installed at the Pentagon, which tells me they are grasping at straws to take this guy down. Anything they can get on him, right? His producer happens to tell a friend, hey, we're going to fix up the room. And the next thing you know, the headline is he wants a makeup studio. He writes back, totally fake story. No orders and no makeup, but whatever. We should have installed tampon machines in every men's bathroom at Department of Defense instead. The leftist news media would have loved that. Good one, Pete. Good one, Pete. I mean, look, CBS Morning tweeting this out. They're so happy they get a story on Pete Hegseth about a makeup room. He's like, you people, come on. He also put this out. I should show you. This is the actual room itself. So this isn't him. This is the Department of Defense Rapid Response Team. So they're firing back at the story saying, hey, check this out. There's no lip mirror. It didn't cost thousands of dollars. The items that were added to the green room, not a makeup studio, apparently this, semantic stuff matters, came from existing inventory. This story is trash. So let's just take a really good look. I want everybody to be able to see this. There is a mirror, because you're going to go on TV and you don't want to have anything in between your teeth or anything. In terms of the makeup, well, even if you're a guy, you're going to have to wear it. I'm sorry. It's just the reality of the world, all right, in which we live. You want to look good on TV and you want to present well. Somebody should have told Peppermint Patty that back in the day.